talk about your path, I mean, professional and personal, that led you to be Hoover's next police chief.
Sure. I said I had a great career, with DEA, a little over 25 years. And look, I always knew I wanted to get back into true law enforcement, not federal law enforcement. Look, I went to the academy in Louisiana in 1992, and there's actually a funny story about that. It's the academy I went to. My dad founded that academy in 1970 in Monroe, Louisiana. So it was nice to go to his academy and kind of follow his lineage. But look, that is what's really prepared me for here today. The challenges of being one of the senior leaders in DEA throughout the country, running the entire state. You see a lot of the same things we do. It's just a different law enforcement type, right? But I tell people all the time, leadership is leadership, right? You just change the widget, but it doesn't change your leadership philosophies and just how you handle folks. Those stay the same, whether it's in federal law enforcement or law enforcement here in the city of Hoover.
What can Hoover residents expect from your Hoover Police and under your leadership?
Sure. From our police department, we're going to have the continued standard of excellence that the mayor instilled in this over 20 years, right? Look, I made a little joke at the council meeting, like you always want to follow, and I said a loser, right? You want to follow somebody who didn't do the job great. That is not the case here. I mean, Hoover is known throughout, obviously Alabama and the Southeast is one of the finest police departments there is. That's not an easy task following the mayor, right? So we're going to continue that level of service, continue the level of excellence we have in our officers. And look, quite frankly, you'll see us be a community-focused department. You'll see me out in the community. Those relationships are invaluable, the relationships that the command staff has with the community and also our officers. At the end of the day, anything we do it's about relationships, and those matter. So I think the community will continue to see that level of service and will be pleased with my engagement with them.
What are your top priorities in your first year?
Great, that's a great question. Look, at a 5,000 level foot, right? It's budget, it's recruiting, and it's equipment for the officers, right? I've seen the budget numbers from over the years. I've already looked at them, and the department has had a fairly significant decrease in operational funds. We've got to work on that to provide these officers with the best possible equipment they can have. Our vehicles we need to address our vehicle issue at the department. Those are small things, but look, that's that officer's office, right? They're in that 8, 10, 12 hours a day. It's critically important to provide them the best equipment that we can, and that obviously falls in line with the budget. Recruiting is huge, right? We've got some vacancies now. We don't have near as many other departments, and that's great. But I remember the days when Hoover Police, there was a line of people by the hundreds trying to get hired here. We're going to get back to those days. Law enforcement has seen kind of a downtick, and recruiting is hard. That's shifting some in the country, which is nice. The culture's changing back to pro law enforcement more, and people want to have this as a profession, not just a job. So recruiting, the budget, and then equipment for the officers are the top 3 immediate priorities I need to address.